everybody. So today we're going to try Susquehanna, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right, Hopcellerator, and I already did the other one today, so there's no way I'm going to know. So this is an India Pale Ale West Coast style IPA. So West Coast style IPA, maybe a little bit more malty than a regular IPA, maybe a lot of bitterness is going to be in this one. Just like the last one, there is no ABV on this. Yeah, that's kind of weird that they're not putting the ABV. 7% ABV, 65 IBUs. So West Coast style, there's your higher IBUs. Let's go ahead and get into this one, see what I think of it. Okay, hiss coming off there. I know I didn't do it on the other one, but I will take a look at the back of this and see what they say. This is part of the original Craft Beer Club monthly subscription box. This is the last one. I've already done 3 of them. It's been okay. I'll probably do a wrap-up of all 4 of them in a video just to give you my thoughts on the first month. I did buy 3-month membership. At the end of this, I will link it if you want to go check that video out where I talk a little bit more about that. Off-white colored head, small bubbles throughout. I do have a couple medium in there. About half a finger of head. Bubbles on the side are compact. Color, golden yellow. You guys are seeing definitely orange compared to what I'm seeing. Hazy, I would say medium haze level. I can see through it right here. I can see the bottom of the light box. Good bubbles coming up. This glass is etched, so we might get a little bit more carbonation in this. Let's go ahead and smell. Piney, dank, floral, maybe a touch of earthiness. Floral, earthy, kind of go together. That maybe a little bit of malty sweetness in there. We are pushing 7%, and I was just thinking about that. A little bit of malt sweetness, West Coast style IPA. I could see that. We are getting almost up to that double IPA, so you are starting to see more of that malt sweetness come through in this one. But I think the dank pininess does cover it up well if you do not like that sweeter malt smell. Yeah, I would say a little floral earthiness in there, and that's about it. Let's go ahead and taste. Now I have to say, on Untappd, they're saying American IPA. I would definitely put this in the West Coast IPA category. I'm guessing they have that on Untappd, but I am not 100% sure. Malt sweetness, as we are getting up to that 7.5% ABV, it does seem like maybe the hops have went down because I get that malt sweetness pretty much all through the palate. Very smooth, a little thicker. 7%, I would say that's fine. It drinks more like a double West Coast IPA than anything else. And even the perceived bitterness, 45-50, it doesn't perceive like the 65 that it says. The only thing I can say is in the aftertaste, you do get some more of that bitterness coming through. But it also tells me this could be a little older. I don't know. It's not on the bottle how old it is. But for the amount of malt sweetness that I'm getting, there's not a lot of hops flavor in the beer. Like, I think it's a little underbalanced with the amount of that malt sweetness that I'm getting. There are some hops where it's not overly sweet, like I would see in some of my year-old IPAs where it's almost like honey water. But it does seem like most of the hops are on the back end, and it's like a little floral, like citrus floral, just a little bit, almost like that malt sweetness is too much. It's not balanced enough. Now, would I drink more of this? Yes. I think it's balanced enough to drink, but as far as if you wanted like a citrus bomb or more citrus to come over that malt or fruit, tropical fruit, anything like that, this is not the beer for you. As I drink it, that dank pininess does grow in this one, and it leaves some good lacing. I'm getting more of that citrus. So I don't know. I would probably have to say that it's like overloaded in malt sweetness and it's still catching up to me. But I am getting some more, but like I said, that bitterness does seem to grow. Like I could drink this whole thing. It's fine. But it's, to me, I want more pine, I want more citrus, I want more tropical fruit over that malt sweetness. Let's check the back just to see. I would go 3.75 out of 5. So, Citra, Simcoe, Cascade, Amarillo. I just did a Collective Arts one. Hopefully I put these out in order. Amarillo, Citra, Mosaic, Centennial. That's surprising. Now, the floral could be coming from the Cascade. Because I did do, I don't know, what was it? 21 homebrew beers with Centennial and Cascade mixed. That makes sense now. Okay. Lots of citrus, tropical, pine, floral. Pine, floral, some citrus. I do not get the tropical. I'm surprised they didn't put malt sweetness on here. Yeah, to me, this is the Simcoe. If we took that out and the Mosaic and the other one, these are more old school beers. And I think we have gotten away from a lot of that. And I've probably scored some of these a little bit lower than I probably should. But I think this one does go back to those days of the Citra, Cascade, and Amarillo. Amarillo is what I was going to say. It is nice. But I think that malt sweetness is a little bit overdone. Let's check on tap to see what they're saying. 5 of my friends have had it. 3.7. A little over 9,000 people. 3.68. I would like to do a deep dive into this, which I'm not going to do, to see how far this rating goes back. Because I feel in today's world, with the New England IPAs, the hazy IPAs, the juicy IPAs, a lot of breweries don't brew, at least that I get, old school West Coast IPA, old school American IPAs with like Centennial, any kind of citrus hop, Cascade, stuff like that in it. So for the style guidelines, hoppy, smooth, citrusy, light, piney. So I did hit most of those. I don't think this beer is light. At 7% ABV, you can tell that that body is building. It's not light. Let's see what people, if anybody, nothing. Nobody said anything. Yeah. So that's what we're getting. I'm not changing it at all. if you like those old school West Coast IPAs, I think this is one for you. I will drink this. I'm kind of mad I gave the other one away, because there's no way I'm gonna drink 3 from each one. I'm not getting into that. I already did it. But I would drink more of this. I think if we saw it come back, maybe the scores would go up. I'm thinking even myself and everybody else on there, they're lower just because of the New England IPAs, juicy IPAs, hazy IPAs that are out there now. So yeah, if you're a fan of this style, definitely worth picking up and trying. Now, I will say, the reason I'm not giving it more of a score, I want more of that citrus, that pininess over the top of that sweet malt. This is a IPA, West Coast IPA, so I do not believe you should taste as much of that sweet malt as you do. So for those factors, 3.75. Check out some more videos over here, and until next time, happy brewing.